Hello everyone. Wanted to give you an option that you can contact me about should you have a need for this new feature. It's kind of another magic tool here. Scott Young is the guy who got me started working on this because he gets these orders from Running Warehouse, and there's a significant number of orders with a significant volume. And for him to take this data and then turn it into a format which he can enter into Brandwise is tedious at best. So these are examples of the links where there's a purchase order number with a link to one of their web pages, and each link is a hot link to a particular purchase order. So I want to show you how Flashview helps you turn this into data that is easier to work with for you to deal with Brandwise or to print purchase order copies or whatever you need to do. So let's take this first purchase order here, number 22376. I'm going to click on the link. That takes me to the Running Warehouse web page. Now again, your details with your particular account, if you have something like this, may be different. Flashview can handle that through a translation table, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Basically, this is the purchase order from Running Warehouse, and what you've got here is the Brooks stock number, a product description, which unfortunately embeds the size number in the product description, which is not particularly helpful. However, down at the bottom there is a link that says click here to get this PO in CSV format. So I'm going to click on that, and now some of the trash has been eliminated, and what I end up with is a field which is delimited by this comma. Each field is delimited by a comma. So this field consists of the product description, which includes, unfortunately, the size. Another field which includes the Brooks SKU number, unfortunately with an embedded dash, which is not helpful. And then the quantity to be ordered. This is arranged vertically. So what we want to do now that we have this on the page, and again, your details may vary, but if you have something that works like this, be sure to give me, that looks somewhat like this, give me a call, because we can write a translation utility. So I'm going to show you how we handle this. We're going to take this page that we've got, and we're going to save this page as a text file, and I'm going to save it. It's helpful if you create a directory on your computer that is specific probably to your account. In this case, I'm just going to put it in the Brooks folder, and I'm going to call this file, I'm going to use the actual purchase order name, which is 22376. So I'm going to say 22376, and then you want to save this as a text file, and I'm going to say save. And now I'm going to go into Flashview, and I'm going to go to my Orders button and create a Flashview PO from Imported PO. You get a warning that says that an import routine needs to be established for processing the PO data. If you know that you're set up, you just click OK. There's just a warning. If you haven't talked to me about this, then give me a holler. We'll work on the details of getting you set up with an import utility to translate the data. So I'm going to say OK. I know my account is Running Warehouse, so I'm going to select them. I've got to tell him what kind of data this is. Is it footwear? Is it apparel? Because there could be different formats. This is an apparel order. And now he comes back and says, well, where do you want to go? And I'm going to find my directory here with my Brooks, it's up here, my Brooks subfolder. And then I'm going to find my purchase order, which is right here, and I'm going to open this. And then he comes back and wants to know what translation routine you wish to use with this particular import. And you're going to know what it is because I would assign it to you. So in this case, it's Running Warehouse Apparel. So I'm going to select that. He translates the data and magically turns all of that vertically oriented data into horizontal data with the sizes strung out left to right, grand totals that match your purchase order, so you can go back to your purchase order and make sure that, in fact, as you'll see, there are 440 units on this order, and in fact that's what we've got in Flashview, is 440 units. The style number has been converted to a straight Brooks style number. The item name has been converted to the actual item name, and the color has been provided for you, so that when you work with Brandwise, you can simply work off this screen and go directly to Brandwise and enter your purchase order. Anyway, I think that should be helpful for any of you who are operating with such vertically oriented formats. It doesn't have to be vertically oriented. I could work with a regular spreadsheet that's horizontally oriented, but since you have to enter the data into Brandwise anyway, the horizontal format is the ideal format to work with Brandwise. So give me a holler if you have any questions, and we'll get you guys set up if you have any similar needs with any of your accounts. Hope this is helpful, and have a good selling season.